Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray and today we continue our entry level to Megabase, where this episode will start to look a bit more at some of the resources that are lacking. So last episode we expanded out our power. Expanding our power costs a ton of steel. So steel is pretty much just what we are lacking in a big way. So just to kick off this episode with a nice simple thing, let's just add in a few more steel columns to get it running. So far I'm just going to continue in our expand upwards style and see if that won't work in the long run. So let's just steal this one. Don't think I need to put in that much more yet, but let's say 1. Let's see, right here will fit in. So that's 1, 2, 3. Let's do 4 more steel columns just to have a small amount of production up and running. It's probably not going to add enough, but it will add a bit more, and we'll start to spend a bit more of our resources. Other than that, our science is going. We are still researching worker robot cargo size, among other things. But if we look at our map and how much we are taxing of it, in terms of resource patches, we are going all the way to our outer edge if we look at iron ore. So that does mean we'll have to start to expand out of it more and gather up even the ones even further out. That is quite insane. So let's just get the few ones close by first, then we'll probably expand out and get whatever we can. A quick way to do it might just be to expand out with some rubber ports and get a bit closer to what we need. Pretty much 1 will be good enough to start expanding out and down this way. Do we have any other iron close by? We have these 2 already taxed, but we can go down this way towards the one down here. And to be honest, doing that will give us a bit more robot coverage or radar coverage. Also needs to go up this way. So let's just do that. And we'll need to cover this one so we can expand out further with our map. Because right now we are taxing ourselves a bit, because we haven't hooked the rest of this up yet. So quickly do that. Then we'll get the radar coverage. But it does look like we once in a while lose our blueprints we've put down. And I'm not quite sure why. It just happens, as you can see right here. Things just doesn't get put down as I want. Oh, it should be put down. So let's just expand out. Let's grab the bit of iron we have in range just to get this kicked off. This is all working. A lot of robots are going out to gather things. Look at that, guys. Holy moly, I'm guessing they're all going to grab ore. Oh, look at that. That looks brilliant. I wonder if we get more of those waves. But there should... It's like a wave of things as soon as one of the buffer chests gets done. And then they'll just deliver out to wherever there's room. So thank God we put down a bit. But this one is going to get completely swarmed right now. That is exactly what I can see. So to alleviate that, let's just get our thing over here done. We'll have to get you built down here to get the rest of this patch looking good. So let's gather some more resources. It is quite insane how much we are using. But it seems like that is necessary to get this base to run. So there we are. That will cover this entire patch. we have a small patch up here we'd like to cover. This is connecting up nicely, so we can remove this part and in theory this part as well. And get down our minus. And where does it fit? Right here. There we are. A bit more iron. What else do we have close by? Not really that much. So yeah, we'll have to expand out this way to gather up even more. To be honest, I'm just going to go there by foot. That will enable us to expand out a bit quicker. Since we don't have to wait for the robots to, the robots to deliver the solar panels. No, the radars, so we can get some coverage up and running. So let's just expand out a few things and just drag along like we did at the east before. So please come with me. Oh, it doesn't like it when we drag blueprints anymore. So let's just keep that in mind when we're running and take it inside our inventory. But the base is running quite smooth. Even though with the lack of iron we're having at the moment, we're still running 700, about 800 science per minute. So our base is running quite well. And as soon as our solar fields are done building, we will start to cover even more. So come with me, please. Out this way. This will give us coverage for 2 more iron patches. And hopefully, oh, it lines up very nice. It's been a while since we had one that actually lined up perfectly in the middle. But that seems to be the case with this one. So do that. Take our trusty blueprint. And let's just get it put down. There we are. The power should connect up nicely. And then we have another patch up here. Of course, we will need to add in better or more roboports, but we can do that as soon as it's set up. I think that would be the best solution for that. There we are. And for this one, we would like to take... Let's just do this to get it all the way around. We would like to remove pretty much these two. I think those are the most pressing ones to get away. And then we can add in more miners. And there we are. That's to get coverage on that area. And let's just take this out a bit further. In terms of coal, if you just look at network 2, wonder what's in network 1. That's probably just my person. Network 2, we still have more than enough things. The same for iron ore, but that's because we're buffering so much. And I want to keep it that way because running out of resources would be probably one of the worst things that could happen at the moment. So let's do a nice cross expansion here until we find something, or at least just to get some radar coverage up this way so we can see what's out here. Let's just stop it there. Get the radars in if we're lucky. Should do it, and that's fine. So let's take a car, let's go back to the base and let's give the robots, or let robots do their job. Oh, it feels so slow, this car. It might be because you're running at 34 or 44 UPS. It will slow it down about 25%, so it feels a bit slow. But that'll also mean that I have time to drive it without driving into things, hopefully. So in that way, it is almost a win. What else do we have out here? We have a copper patch over here. Could actually just go and grab that while we're at it. or at least get the robot ports over there so we can easily grab it when we want. And the reason for that is we will have to build the infrastructure to support all of the robots. So let's just continue this way. Let's go a bit down this way and be glad. Can we fit in one more? Can fit it in like that. That is good enough. So there we are. Any more expansion we'll do by what's called just going around here, placing ones at the corners where we need them. And then we'll slowly expand out to the areas we need. For example, giving these more robot ports just to increase it. We'll probably do a bit of this off camera in the future. Have done a small amount of it so far. But I don't think this is the most exciting content, watching me place down radars and expanding out the network. But do comment what you think about it. Oh, look at that. That is insane, going for these. It's like a robot superhighway. And we're not even using all our robots. That is brilliant. So back to our base. Just let this move out, do its thing. And look at what we have. Oh wait, there we are. In terms of productivity modules, we still have 1.5k left. I normally buffer 2,000 at a time. And then we just need the steel to catch up before we're in a good situation. Will probably take a little while, but yeah. To be honest, we could actually, while we're running here, hook up a bit more. Just so we don't have to do as much in the future. To be honest, it's actually been a while since I've running around without, or just not stamping everything down from space or the map view. And it is quite nice just running around a bit like this. Though it is a bit slow at times. So all of them is working. Production science is the only one that's lacking, and that's just because of the steel. So steel is our big worry at the moment. To be honest, since we do have more, what's it called? How's the power looking? Good. More time left. We could just add in a few more steel foundries. Let's just do this and get all these stupid trees away. There we are. So we'll make sure these run non-stop. So let's do that first. Let's just add in a few more. Don't know if I just continue up this way. We have been so far, but could also continue down over here over the water. But let's add in 3 more while we add it. I think that'll be fine. Let's just do it to here. Say 1, 2, 3. That'll slowly get up and running. And then hopefully we have enough steel for both our entire factory and building the millions of solar panels we have. Because power is something that's quite important. And right now we are producing quite a bit. More than enough to get us through the night. But I know in the future that, yeah, or from experience even, that rather be safe than sorry and put down a bit more solar than you might think you need. So one thing I was thinking about doing is, if you look at these are slowly filling up because they're taking from the sides first. And one thing I don't want to do is launch rockets if these are starting to be full. So I'm thinking of doing a little circuitry saying, let's see if I do it right here. Oh, let's just make one. I don't have one. Can we request any in? If we have any in our network. Or just give ourselves a small amount of copper. Let's go to right here and I was easy to oh yeah, we just taking from the buffer chest. I was like, why is that coming in that fast? But that's the brilliant part about the buffer chest. We can just take from the ones we have right here. So let's just do this. I'll connect you up to that one. I cannot say if space science is greater than, should we say 60,000? If it's greater than that, then this one should turn red. Right now it's 65. Oh. It's less than 60k it will enable. That means that this will not run anymore. And that is exactly what I want. Let's just do this. Am I able to just put it down on top? I am. And it should only do it if the network is what's called, if the chest is not full, and not if the network is full. And the reason why I'm doing that is that there's a big chance that we'll have more than 60 stored in the network, but these will still work. So right now it's running. We'll buffer a maximum of 60k in each of these. So as soon as this one gets to 100, we won't put in any more satellites until we can consume it at our factories. I think that will be an optimal solution. So let's see here, still steel. That'll be steel for a while. How's the production looking of steel? 19k. I think we need something like 30 to 40k to do our 4k science minute. So we will need to get quite a bit more. But yeah, don't expand too fast so your base can't keep up. That is always a good thing to remember. Robots are slowly building out down here. And we can start to put in a bit more landfill. Let's just do it right here. Should give us enough room. All the way across. What else do we have? Some robots that need to go in. We do have it down here. We'll need it as well. Please fill in that. We could do it here as well, because I think it might be a good idea to get it. And over here we are full of it. Over here we are lacking a small amount, so let's just get the rest of that hooked up. And the rest will be building now. That is what I want before we expand out. Let's continue up this way. Please get some radars to the corner here to expand towards our little iron patch. And then I will be a very happy camper. Do we have anywhere else we're expanding at the moment? We are expanding up here. So we could do a bit more this way. And let's do a bit from this side as well. We have huge copper patches up here. We'll have to go and grab. And look at that, a completely empty area. That is a bit annoying. Not really anything that's going to do that much for us. That should hopefully be able to power that. If not, we'll just place it down again to have a look. And there we go. So the base is running. Things are consuming. This one is missing a ton of what's called electric furnaces. That's just because these, well, they can keep up in terms of supplying this, but I think I might want to get some what's called speed into these, since they are supplying for the rest of the base as well. So what if we just do that? Just powering them through, building a bigger storage. I think that could be a good way to do it, since right now they are supplying enough for this. And let's do the same over here. That'll increase the throughput a bit, and we are still buffering about 400 here at the moment. Could also add speed to these to increase the throughput of that, but what's lacking right now is something else. So we'll wait a bit with that one. I think that'll be good. So how's the base holding up? Yep, still the steel. But hopefully this means that we'll get all the furnaces we need delivered a bit faster. But just to be on... Wow, look at that. Is that another way for the iron up here? Probably got the buffer chest down. Oh, they're already full. So what I'm going to go do now, in our little starter mall here in our Megabase, we did put down want to make furnaces for us, but that was kind of being consumed into the other factory. So what if we just add a bit more to this one? Because I do know that it will be needed in the future. Here are some speed modules for you. And let's give you a shiny new inserter. And let's get a bit more buffered here. I think that'll be fine. Let's go a bit higher than that. It shouldn't really matter. We just need the items to be here. Because without that, we can't get things running as fast as I want. Here comes stone. Should mean that it can run constantly now. Seems quite good. So let's just leave that for now. Should make all the furnaces we need to supply the map. How is the modules looking? 1.3k, so you can expand out even more. But I want to get this built before we do anything rash. There's still quite a lot we need to get filled. So let's just spend a bit of time looking at our expansion here. These are going out very nicely. Let's go from over here again then and go down this way, just to see what we can find. Here's the copper patch I was going towards. But there's nothing really... It's kind of funny that there's a whole area over here pretty much without anything. Luckily a good oil patch right here. So I'll very much want to grab that one. And a huge copper patch right here that I completely forgotten about. So let's just get you up and running. We'll have to remove pretty much all of the ones we have right here. Could do this side as well. But for now I think it'll be fine just to do this. Just to get our throughput up. Was that correct? Yeah, it was correct. It just looked wrong, but it wasn't. There we are. That's another 10 million copper ore patch covered. Look at that. That's an insane superhighway. And these are going to be lacking until we have it under control. But we just need the production to push through at the moment. That is the most important thing we can do. But But look at that, guys. That is beautiful. I love seeing the robots work, just flying around, gathering all the resources we need. And we will actually need to do this. Let's see, please cover up these. So we can start to landfill in this area, which is quite needed for expanding out this way. So that's going to give some of it at least. Oh, we have a bit less here of our starter base. I completely forgotten about that. So let's just get that removed, filling in the rest of the raw ports right here. And then we should have our entire starter base gone. Or dismantled, whatever we want to call it. It is at least not here anymore. Let's also do this. There we are. And up this way, please. To right here should give us all the expansion we need. At least some of it. But how much are we flying in at the moment? If you look at, oh, we're producing 20k steel and 100 and almost 60k iron per minute. That is quite a lot. And we are consuming pretty much all we are producing. Then again, a lot of it is because it's used for steel. But anyway, it is still quite a bit. So everything's running smoothly. Power-wise, we are still holding strong. And yeah, I think this will be a somewhat good place to stop. We did do a lot. We did hook up a lot more steel smelters. We did expand out to new ore patches. That's going to be needed. And other than that, things are running very, very well. Right now it is taking, how much is this costing? 512k to do a robot cargo size. So as soon as steel is up and running, we should see it increase a bit. And then we'll have to look at science next episode, since that will hopefully have solved this steel issue we have. So I'll end the episode here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you'll give me a like and a subscribe, and then I will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.